Welcome to Spooky TV, and today we'll be redefining what African Americans describe as being corny, and we'll be ascribing corny to its rightful place, right? So, corny is this picture, this video that we have on the slide right here, with an African American holding stacks of cash in his hand to prove that he's wealthy. Now, African Americans are so wealthy that the banks refuses to store their money for them, like billionaires, really rich people. African Americans are so wealthy that they have to walk with a stack of cash and hold it to their ears or hold it in their hands and video this on camera to show it to the public because they are so wealthy. African Americans are so wealthy that they can hold stash of cash to their ears, but whenever they are in trouble, they can't find bail money. They have to be shuffling around, getting people to put things together. You know what I mean? Getting a public defender, like the guy who allegedly killed young Dolph recently, who was holding stacks of cash in his hands in a music video, but he couldn't afford a real lawyer, so the court had to request that he get a public defender to defend his case, right? African Americans are so rich that the Forbes list, every year when the Forbes list is being compiled, they overlook these rappers, right? And only pay attention to a selected few. And the irony is that the selected few that are picked by the Forbes list each year are not the ones that are holding stacks of money to their head. I mean, why is it that people who don't have money, poor people, why is it that poor people are fixated on proving to other poor people that they have money? Because really and truly, like the persons who really do have money, they don't have to pull stuff like this. Jeff Bezos does not have to do this. You know what I mean? Carlos Sim does not have to do this. Mark Zuckerberg does not have to do this. So why is it that poor black youths feel like they need to validate themselves by pulling this coonry, this foolery? And females, if you are attracted to this type of things, if you think that a man who holds money to his ears is someone that you should desire because that person has money, then trust me, you are in for a rude awakening. Guys like these are usually the ones that are broke, are usually the ones that will leave you standing at the courthouse in those long lines filing, for child support. These are the type of guys that will have you on the welfare checks because you went in thinking that everything is what it seems. Now let me show you some real billionaires. Black billionaires, that is. You have a Robert Smith, who is worth $6 billion. He made his money on Wall Street, in business and investments. You have David Stewart, who is a businessman worth $3.7 billion. You have Oprah, who is worth $2.7 billion. As you know, she's a producer, she's a host. She owns Oprah Winfrey Network. That's her own TV channel. Kanye West, he's worth over $2 billion. He's a producer, businessman, designer. Michael Jordan, worth $1.6 billion. Former basketball player, businessman. Jay-Z, worth $1.4 billion. Rapper, businessman, tycoon, whatever you want to say. Tyler Perry, $1.6 billion. He's a writer, an actor, and a businessman. Diddy, he's worth $900 million. Rapper, producer, he invests in alcohol and clothing, among other things. Sheila Johnson, our second female on the list, she's worth $800 million. She is a real estate investor, and she owns several businesses as well. Dr. Dre, he is worth $820 million. He's a rapper, producer, business owner, and as you know, he is one of the founders of Beats by Dre, which was sold for over $1 billion. And there you go. That's the names of 10 wealthy. And what do you notice about the names of the persons that I just called? None of those persons are holding money to their ears. Yet, all of those persons have graced the Forbes top 10 list for richest persons, richest entertainers, richest black persons, richest entrepreneurs. Yet, These guys that are making little or no money are the ones that are holding money to their ears like they're dressed in name brands from head to toe. You have to see this Balenciaga. You have to see this Gucci. You have to see this Louis Vuitton. Look at my purse. Look at my bag. I'm so rich. I'm a male, but I have to wear a female bag, which is a brand, to show you that I can afford it. What is wrong with our community? And yet, these dudes are not the ones that are being called corny. But this is what I think corny means. Corny for me is someone who holds a stock of money to their ears or holds a stock of money in his or her hands in 2022 when the world is even going cashless. Bitcoins is the order of the day right now. And who is not into Bitcoins, they have their cards, they have their credit cards, their bank cards, or whatever. But you are so wealthy that in 2020, when paper is becoming obsolete, that is when you have stacks of money in your hands, at your ears, because you're so wealthy. You're so wealthy, you cannot even afford a bank card. You have to have all these stacks of money. Women, do you really find this attractive? And the men who are into targeting women because they think women have money or they want financial gain from a woman, do you actually find that attractive when you see a woman posing with bags or name brands? I may be too mature or be too smart for my own good, but whenever I see people doing stunts like this, it actually makes me think the opposite. It actually makes me think that you're so broke that you want to sell a facade that you have money. It makes me think that you are trying the hardest to receive validation from persons who do not have money. So you will go to extreme lengths to try to adorn your body in name brands or bring all your savings in your hand. Bringing all your money that you have to the club is stupid to me. Working hard and taking that money to buy name brand to put on your body, then to take pictures and post it on the internet to impress others, that's dumb to me. We need to wake up. We need to try to own things and we need to live it instead of pretending. Some persons are more contented with faking wealth instead of becoming wealthy. And for 2022 and beyond, I want to encourage the Black community to let's put in the work. You don't have to fake that you're wealthy. The opportunities are there for us. Let us apply ourselves. Let us do the work that it takes and let us be smart with our decisions. Let us try to make it for real instead of pretending, because at the end of the day, whenever we are by ourselves, we're in our houses at night, when we are ready for our bed and we are doing our last thoughts for the day, those thoughts will come home to haunt us because we know that we cannot afford what we are spending on. We know that we cannot afford the life that we are pretending that we have.